Hello guys, I am Raneen Sen. In this lecture, we are going to start with induction machines, in which first we will discuss about the introduction of induction machines, and then we will move on the principal operations of induction machines along with constructions of induction machines also. So let's have a look what are the points should be remembered in induction machines. As we know that induction machines, synchronous machines and DC machines comes under the rotating machines, except transformer is a static device, because there is no rotating part is not involved in transformer. So first point is that induction machines is called a singly excited AC machines. Why induction machine is called a singly excited AC machines? Because in which supply is only connected at one winding and other winding receives energy from first winding by means of mutual inductions. As we know that induction machines or transformers principle based on Faraday's law of electromagnetic inductions. What Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction said that Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction said that the rate of change of flux with respect to time is EMF induced in it, and another law told us that when sinusoidal AC current flows through the winding of a magnetizing material, then due to which sinusoidal AC current winding is energized, and through that flux is produced in the magnetic materials. Okay, now in next point, three-phase AC supply on the stator produces a rotating magnetic field which cuts the rotor conductor and induces an EMF in the rotor, causing a current to flows from stator to rotor by means of mutual electromagnetic force. Here EMF is the abbreviation of electromagnetic force. What happened in induction machines, when we are going to supply the three-phase on stator side, then it will produce a magnetic field which is called a rotating magnetic field. And when we are going to talking about the rotor side, there is some conductors are already placed on rotor side. The rotor conductors are stationary, and when rotating magnetic field which already produced by stator, when it's going to cut the rotor conductor, then it will produce the electromagnetic force, and electromagnetic force causing a current to flow from a stator to rotor through the air gap by means of mutual electromagnetic force. Now in next point, if the rotors at speed, now rotor is rotating at some speed. When rotor is rotating at some speed, and when and that speed is less than synchronous speed, then the machine works as a motor. And when rotor rotating at a speed greater than synchronous speed, with synchronous speed the speed of rotating magnetic field which is produced by three-phase AC supply on the stator, when rotor rotate at a speed greater than synchronous speed by means of any external source like prime mover, then the machine works as a generator. Okay, then the machine works as a generator. And if NR is greater than NS, then the induction machine is work as a motor. If NR is less than NS, rotates at a speed less than synchronous speed, then the machine is work as a motor. When rotor speed is greater than synchronous speed, then the machine work as a generator. Since the induction machines can never rotate at synchronous speed, that's why this machine is called a asynchronous machine. Then the machine is called as asynchronous machines. When machines like synchronous machines rotate at synchronous speed, then that type of machine is called a synchronous machines. Okay, now let's move on the comparison of induction machines and transformer. Let's have a look at the difference between induction motor and transformer. First difference is that in induction motor, the motor is called a singly excited machine. Similarly, in case of transformer is also called a singly excited machines. In induction motor, we applied a supply on the stator side. Similarly, in transformer, we applied a source or supply voltage on primary side. There is two part of the induction motor. One is called stator and another one is called rotor. And in case of transformer, there's two winding source. One is primary winding and another one is secondary winding. In primary winding, we have to apply the supply voltage, and in secondary winding we connected the load. Both induction motor and transformer based on the principle of mutual induction or based on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So what we are trying to say that induction motor and transformer, both machines operations based on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic inductions. Okay, now in induction motor, electromechanical energy conversions take place. Why electromechanical energy conversion is called in induction motor? Because in induction machines, when we are going to talking about the induction machines, in induction machines, when electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy and mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. When we called motor, when electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy, then induction machine is known as a motor. When mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy, then the machine is called a induction generator. There is no energy conversion. Why in transformer there is no energy conversion takes place? Because in case of transformer, one form of electrical power is converted into another form of electrical power without change in frequency. If AC is if electrical energy is provided on the primary side, then it will give the AC energy on secondary winding also. So these are the diagram of the basic constructions of the induction motor and transformer. In induction motor, we can see that this dotted curve shows the magnetic lines of force or magnetic field, and this cross indicates the magnetic lines of force comes into the machines, and dot indicates the magnetic lines of force comes out of the paper. When we are going to apply the right hand palm rule, when we move the four fingers, move the four fingers in the directions of magnetic lines of force, then thumb indicates. When we move the four fingers in the direction of the current, the thumb indicates the magnetic lines of force. If dot, then magnetic lines of force comes out of the machine. If cross, then magnetic lines of force comes into the machine. Now in induction motor, magnetic material is made of iron along with air gap, because there is some air gap take place in between the stator and rotor. And in case of transformer, there is no air gap, only iron is present in flux path. Okay, now let's move on the another difference. When we are going to talking about the reluctance, in both the cases, reluctance means opposed to the creations of the magnetic flux. The reluctance of the flux path is high due to air gap between stator and rotor. And in case of transformer, the reluctance of the flux path is low because there is no air gap between primary and secondary. But in case of induction motor, due to air gap between stator and rotor, the entire flux of one winding does not link with the other winding. So there is some leakage flux. Okay. In this case, due to there is no air gap between primary and secondary, so the entire flux of one winding is linked with the other winding. That's why in this case the reluctance of the flux is low, and in this case induction motor, the reluctance of the flux path is high due to air gap. Okay, so due to high reluctance of the magnetizing current, due to high reluctance, why high reluctance? Because due to air gap, due to high reluctance, the magnetizing current for same amount of flux is higher in induction machines. So in case of induction machines, magnetizing current is 30 to 35% of full load current, and in case of transformers, due to low reluctance, less magnetizing current is drawn from the supply, so that's why magnetizing current is 4 to 5% of full load current. Last is induction machines, variable frequency device, and transformer, constant frequency device. Why induction machines is variable frequency device? Because in supply side, supply frequency, let me consider in supply side the frequency is 50 hertz. So in rotor, other than 50 hertz is produced. That's why the induction machine is variable frequency device. And in case of transformer is a static device in which we can convert from one electrical power to another electrical without change in frequency. If any change in frequency takes place in between the primary and secondary winding, so there is some losses are increased. Some losses like eddy current and hysteresis losses will be increase, and also it will affect on the construction part of the transformer also. So guys, these all are about from my side. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. So